Hi everyone, in today's video we will show you how to download and install Squish for Qt on Linux from our package installers. So first of all, open any browser and go to the FrogLogic website. Go to Squish and then click on the download tab. Here you can log in using the username and password provided to you by our sales team. Click on the login button. And this will bring you to our downloads area. Scroll down and click on the Squish tab. You will see Squish binary packages of various configurations listed here. Since the list is very long, I would suggest that you search for Linux. Which will bring you to Squish for Qt Linux binary section here. In this section, look for the Squish for Qt package appropriate for your application configuration. For example, if you want to download Squish for Qt 6.2 for Linux 64-bit, then you will go for this package here. This is because the name of this package suggests that this is a Squish 7.0 version built for Qt 6.2, and this part here is the system architecture, which in this case is Linux 64-bit. So click on this link here. Scroll down to accept the license agreement and wait for the download to complete. You can see that the download is taking place here. Once the download is complete, open the terminal to run the installer. But before you run the installer, please ensure that the installer file has execute permission. So we will go to the downloads folder. As you can see, the installer file does not have the execute permission, so we will add that using the chmod command. That seems to have worked. Now we can run the installer. This brings up the installation wizard, so we will minimize rest of the windows. Click on the next button. On this page, you will need to enter your license information. If your company has set up a license server, enter the host and port of the server and proceed to the next page. Should the installer not be able to query the license server, you should check if you have access to the internet and that the license server and your machine are on the same network. If the installer mentions that your license server is blacklisted, please get in touch with the support team for help. Now click on the next button. This is the license agreement between you and the Qt company. In order to accept, please choose this radio button here and click on the next button. Here you can choose the components which you want the installer to install. A regular user would just need Squish tools and the Squish IDE. So feel free to uncheck this checkbox if you do not want the test center to be installed. Now click on the next button. Here various scripting languages and their versions are listed, which are going to be part of your Squish package. You can choose a desired version in case multiple are given, as in the case of Python. Click on the next button. On this page, you can change the destination where Squish should be installed on your hard drive. We recommend to install in the users directory to prevent access problems. You can click on the browse button to select a target directory or enter a path yourself. Now click on the next button. If you want the Squish shortcut to be created on the applications menu, then leave this checkbox checked, otherwise you can uncheck it. Click on the next button. Now just click on the install button to start the installation process. You can click on the show details button to see what is being copied by the installer at that moment. We will just wait for the installer to finish the installation. This is the last page of the installer. If you want the IDE to start right after the installation is finished, you can keep this checkbox checked, otherwise just uncheck it and then click on the finish button. So this brings us to the end of the tutorial. Hope you find it helpful. Thanks for watching.